also delivers the poet's balm for the English speaker's soul. The in-depth explanations authenticate the translator's painstaking effort in preserving the true meaning of each bait. The chapters are lovingly divided into gardens, a perfect setting in which to offer this gift. Hafiz's poetry aims to close the gap between mortal humans and the divine, and this book opens a door to the poet's gardens. From the beginning, you are invited to settle into a sublime sanctuary and partake in enchantment until you feel the beloved inside your beating heart and running through your veins. Ari Honavar, author of A Girl Called Rumi. Introductions. Have you met Hafiz? Ralph Waldo Emerson called him the only man he wished to see or be. Queen Victoria consulted Hafiz as an oracle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's great detective Sherlock Holmes quotes his poetry. Goethe composed a book in his honor calling him the Celestial Friend. His full name is Shams al-Din Muhammad Hafiz-i Shirazi. Shams al-Din is an honorific meaning the son of religion. He is commonly known by his pen name, Hafiz-i Shirazi, Hafiz of Shiraz. Hafiz means one who has memorized the Quran. It was believed he knew 14 different editions of the Quran, plus 25 sets of commentaries. Outside of that, his life story can be indeterminate, in the same way as his poetry is ambiguous. The presence of various blanks in his biography leaves his poetry to be scrutinized by scholars. Married, children, travels, etc. But it may be fruitless to expect his poetry would yield clues as to his private life. Hafiz was gifted with an active imagination. Moreover, classical Persian lyric poetry isn't intended to stand as a confession of an author's personal experience, so much as to evoke a particular experience in the reader's own life. Still, we can cover a few key points of possible interest in his sketchy biography. To locate him within the big picture, we see him as an heir to the mighty Persian Empire, a Achaemenid, ruled by Dariush the Great and Xerxes, circa 500 BC. This was the largest empire in history, ranging from Central Asia to the Mediterranean Sea, from Arabia to the Black Sea, and from the Balkans and Eastern Europe to the Indus Valley. The region that had historically been known as Persia was decimated by Alexander the Great. Then Arab-Muslim conquest, and next invasions by Genghis Khan, who was building an even larger empire. Hafiz came on the scene during the Ilkhanate dynasty, established 1256, 59 years before he was born. He was 38 when it collapsed in 1353. Then several dynasties, Injuids, Muzaffarids, Chopanids, Jolayirids, Khartids, etc., gained power and declared independence, dividing Persia into smaller regional states. Of these, Hafiz lived under the reign of the Injuids and Muzaffarids. Persia was not united again until the Safavid dynasty, 1501 to 1736, in the 16th century. His dates are possibly 1315 to 1390, 716 through 791 AH, but this isn't absolutely certain. Please note, too, Muslims of his time didn't celebrate birthdays. It's safe to say Hafiz was a contemporary of Chaucer, yet Hafiz is more like Shakespeare 2 centuries later. Both were immersed in cosmopolitan as well as local culture. Their affinity might even bear direct influence. Scholar Ernest Fenollosa points out that the freedom of the Elizabethan mind and its power to range over all planes of human experience, as in Shakespeare, was in part an aftermath of Oriental contacts, encounters with Iran included. He was a native of Shiraz, the capital of the province of Fars, from which come the words Farsi and Persian. Throughout the Islamic world for centuries, Shiraz has been considered as the house of knowledge, comparable to the Athens of Iran. Situated for both land and maritime trade on the Silk Road and the spice routes, it was a major international trading center. And as a regional political center, its economy was self-reliant. In Hafiz's time, Shiraz was comparable to Florence under the Medicis. Scholar Leonard Lewison describes it as a home to learned theologians.